Oh, hello. Hold on. Can you hear me? I'm not too sure. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. I can hear me through my phone. It's all good. All right, lads. So, unfortunately for you fuckers, you've got my boring voice again. I'm definitely not prepared. Well, look, Chris is in this lobby. Who else have we got in here? Right, so let's just get up the app and we'll have a little. Thank you, Jack. Have a little look at the old grid before everything kicks off. I'm so not prepared for this. So for Imperium, we Jay Tyler's new team from Brasco, some crazy thing. We have Hilly and Pork, so they're going to be rocking a red livery. Um, I hate to admit it, but I haven't really looked at the other team's liveries, so this will be quite a good experience to see. For Aphrodite, we have Crumpets, and I believe we've got a reserve driver in for him. I'm going to call him Yugi Bear. Um, Monarch Racing, I believe that is Mr. Mooney's team. Oh, I'm gonna butcher so many names tonight, lads. Evening, Prey. You right, mate? Some of your names are going to be butchered. I apologise in advance, but it is what it is. F. Morg Massey. I'm going to call you Morg. Morg sounds good. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Just sort of a bit unprepared last minute. It looks like everyone's. Is it time already? Oh. So, we obviously tonight we are going to ignore these white cars. TP Noodles. We do not care for him too much. Oh. So opening up with Australia. Uh, this was my pick for one of the racetracks for the season. I'm happy it's the first one out. Feels only right, you know. See if I can get up the centers comms as well. So it's got some interesting names in here. Some I've never seen. Some I do know quite well. Obviously today probably the favourite is going to be Crumpets, unless he bins it. So fingers crossed, obviously. Um, got another couple quick people in here. We've got the likes of Pork, Hassan, Zoltan. All of these guys, they're going to be, or should be, right near the top. At the moment, just waiting. So we've got to sit on board with Reevski. It's as he's the first one out on track. We'll see what you can do. Has shown a lot of pace in recent seasons, so he should be looking quite good for, I'd say, around a top 6, 7 evening. Oh, it's dry. Very nice. A lot of the boys will be happy to hear that. Australia is normally quite good at being wet. Starting up here, DRS wide open, burning his ERS on this first straight. Stops, takes it a bit safe on that first corner, leaving a little bit of margin there. Hard on the brakes, down into third, hits the apex quite nicely there. Short shift up into fourth. Power on through. Looking quite good for his first sector. I believe he was a late draft in as well, so probably didn't have much chance to practice. Getting burning his ERS down this back straight. So you want to be using most of your ERS down there. Down on the brakes. Bit slidey on the rear there as he's asking a little bit too much of his tyres. Hard into the braking zone. It's the apex, lovely. Look, nice out wide. Little lift, gets the car rotated. Along this back straight, using up the rest of his battery, DRS wide open. He's going to set off first lap of the day, which is a 16.1. I do believe that is quite a quick first lap. So I would imagine he'd be quite impressed with him. That there. And Pork only slightly faster. You're right, Irish. Wish you were doing this instead of me, not gonna lie. The Crumpets and Sultan, they're both into the 15s already. Crumpets with a very healthy lead. Looks like he's going to be someone just going to walk away with it. Definitely the favourite for pole. See what some of these other drivers can do. Here's Morg. I don't know his name, but I'm calling him Morg. Not sure what he's doing. He's got no battery and no time, so he must have been validated somewhere. Let's see what Boyd has had. Nicely there. Hopefully get his qualifying pace up a little bit, Hassan. He can be fighting with everyone at the top. Cars stay nicely out the way. Hits the apex really nice there. Again, cars staying out the way. A little bit distracted, but this is going to happen. You've got a lot of cars on the grid. Let's see where this is going to put him as he comes onto the main straight, finishing up all of his DRS. And he puts himself into P2, so solid time from Hassan. Don't tell me how to live my life. Yeah, let me just remember how to do it. So who else have we got out? We've got Big D out on his lap. Obviously, Manic picked him because of his name. As we all know, he does like a bit of a Big D. Showed a purple sector 1, but it always shows a purple sector 1, so we don't know. We'll see how that goes. If it's important for Team Sergi. Well, we will find out this season. Let's hope it don't weigh your drivers down. So I do believe Big D is one of Manic's top end drivers here, so he'll be hoping for some good results here. And he goes up into 4th. Very nice time indeed. Bang on a 16. He'll be happy with that. He's contending with the likes of Pork, who we know is fast. So who's going to be next? It's going to be Chris next. Probably anticipated as one of the faster 4 mils into the 117s. So he'd definitely be looking to improve on that time. Benton deciding to cut a bit of grass there. Not the optimal line for him. Rides that fucking little bit of the sausage there. Unsettles his car. Bit hesitant on the old throttle. Almost sounded like he was bottoming out there. Does a 1:16.8, puts him up into 10th. So 2 down at the bottom. Briars is Brian, maybe Briars. And we've got Milan. Milan just finishing this lap. Where's this gonna put him? Goes up to P8, 16.4. Yeah, Hilly's doing well. Obviously, first laps here. Brash, last season. Oh, it looks like he. How did he not invalidate there? He's not even pushing. So, Brash last season, obviously, was one of my drivers. Traded him, and then all of a sudden he was like, yeah, fuck you, Tuck. I'm going to be quick now. Really good to see. So he's definitely going to be one to watch if he's carrying on the form from last season. And I would expect him to be knocking on the doors of the top 3. But we will see. But we won't be seeing that on this lap. So, who have we got? Hassan's just starting a lap. Still on board with Pork. Pork, I know from Champions last season, very quick driver, especially in the later part of the season. Impressed with some of his pace. I'd imagine he'd be hitting into the 15s as well very shortly. Let's see, can he improve? does improve, but still not quite into the 15s. Now Crumpets coming down this last bit. He's going to get a little bit of a slipstream, even though it's not that powerful in this game. What's Hassan going to do here? Can he improve? Marginally improves. Remains P2. Milan's just starting a lap. Looks like Chris is backing up to give Milan a tow here. Sit on board with Hilly. Hilly's currently up on his time. Just saving a little bit of battery. Zoltan with a 15.4. A little bit of traffic up in front of him. Hopefully they all stay out of his way. Bails on that lap. We've got Morg taking the Norris line. Hopefully that works out for him. The only person not to set a lap yet is Brash, so we're going to stay on board with Brash. See what he can do. Gets in nice and tight there to the apex. Leaving himself not a lot of battery for this next part of the circuit. I cut that corner a bit too much, just couldn't keep the car in track limits. Putting himself under a bit of pressure now. 4 minutes to go, gonna have to dive into the pits and put a new set of boots on. Big D. It's harvested, so he's bailed on this lap. Is this Team Project doing slipstream effect here? Yeah, definitely. He's better just giving him a whole lap tow. It's got to be hurting him right now. Yeah, this is hurting him. So better moves himself up into P11. I don't believe he's going to have enough time to get round and put on a new set of tyres, so that's probably him done for this session. So we've got Yugi on the lap. Stays well away from that inside there. Got another car in front of him. Doesn't look like they're on the lap. Hopefully they either move on a bit or get out of his way. They have got out of his way. Lovely. He You don't want the dirty air around here. Just lock up. He goes a little bit deep here. Can he improve on his time? So people need to be leaving their pit boxes. So this is a crunch lap for Brash. There's a lot of traffic around as everyone's leaving the pits for their final runs. Gets out of the way. That would have been a distraction to him. That would have cost him a little bit of time there. But he needs to get a lap on the board here. Cuts it lovely this time. Stays within the track limits. Looking very tidy in this last little bit. Rides the curve a little bit. This last major braking point, he picks it nicely, gets the car rotated onto the main straight. And what is he gonna do? Goes P5 with a 15.9. So he has managed to put himself up. He needed that. Have we got anyone close to the end of the lap? A lot of people starting their laps. Prey has obviously messed up somewhere. It's alright, JT. So Joker, as Meg said, the risk is 4 mil. He's somehow, I don't know how, but that wasn't invalidated. Pushing the limit of the track here. A lot of cars in front of him. Rides that grass. That's not going to be good for him. Sends him wide. Still keeps it within track limits. Can he improve on his time, or is one of his likes of Chris going to overtake him? So Milan's going to cross the line next. He doesn't improve. Oof, not good for Noodles. Unlucky. I do not like the look of that. Not gonna lie. Morg has managed to get himself into 14th. So I'd say the biggest shock here is actually Zoltan. I was expecting a Crumpets pole, but Zoltan has taken it. So looking good. In the other lobby, they're all just doing their last laps now. Lemon's currently provisional pole, but not far behind is Plavonk as well. So here's our starting order. We've got Zoltan, Crumpets, Pork, Big D, Hassan, Brash, Reevesky, Glorious, Grant. Big surprise from Grant. Looks like he's got some of his pace back. Milan, Joker, Chris, Betten, Morg, Magnatex, Pray for Ye, Bergen, Healy after such a good early performance down in 18th, Briars, and then finishing off Hughes. Right. So, formation lap. Or was it all the exciting things? So let's have a look at some of the tyres. Only three people opting to start on the hards, so they'll be hoping for no safety car in the early laps. Joker, Briars, and Hughes. The rest of the grid all opting to start on the mediums. So watch out for the other threes, because if there's no safety car, they could make up quite a lot of places being on the faster tyre at the end. So possible strategies. I can't imagine anyone doing a two-stop unless they're picking up damage. I think this is one of the easier tracks to get the one-stop done. Does appear to be a bit of a gap. Um, that's Grant. Uh, Definitely more than 10 car lengths, but yeah, early safety car can fuck it though, Danny. But could pay off as well. Oh. Yeah, I know that's you because someone else has confirmed that they can hear me, luckily. So, hopefully we get a bit of a good camera angle for the opening lap. Betten has obviously not parked very well, nor has Chris. That's a bit better, isn't it? And away we go. So, looks like Zoltan got a very good start. I'm guessing that's Bergen about 5 miles onto the grass over there. Looking fairly clean through the first corner. Zoltan losing out to Brash. Zoltan Hassan, sorry, losing out to Brash. Fighting with Ruski. Looks like everyone has made it through quite well so far. Uh, Position changes, not too many position changes. Hilly making the biggest improvement so far. Joker is our flop at the moment, dropping down to 19th, losing 8 places. 7 places now as he overtakes Hughes. So pretty much single file at the moment. Two teammates there swapping places. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but get a little bit of a send from Voltex onto Milan. Good friends there, so maybe planned. Pray for you. Is in the pits. Oh no. Pray for you in the pits. Getting a wing change. He'll be hoping for a safety car now just to pull himself up. Just got to remember he's got good points available now with this new system, so wants to stay in the race. Are we going to see a position change here between the front two? Crumpets and Sultan already dropping Pork. So looks like it's going to be these two fighting it out for this race at the pace they're currently showing. Yeah, nothing there. Both sensible drivers. Nothing doing. Big D and Pork. Nice little battle. We just caught the end of that. Big D getting past Pork in the end. Very nice, but he's going to be come under pressure again now through the DRS. Obviously, next year we'll be losing the DRS, so goes for the early overtake Pork to reclaim third. Again, he's going to be under pressure here. Just going to stick on board with these two for a moment. Brash also closing up, and Hassan. So have we got anyone else? Grant keeping his position off the start, along with Risky, Glorious. Quite a few people have kept their positions, to be fair. Joker reclaiming some of his. He's now only lost 6. Hilly's still on a bit of a charge here, up 4 places. Currently our biggest winner, I'd say. Looking good. Hassan getting past Brash. Little lock up from him. Luckily it wasn't 90 degrees. Question is, can he challenge these couple in front? Crumpets managing to get past Sultan then. Oh, these two will be going back and forth, I'd imagine. Look at that, they've already created a gap to Pork. Insane pace from the two of them. There'll be one to keep an eye on. Morg making a move on Betten. Grant lost out on a couple of places there. Must have had a moment. He has dropped 4 places. Back up in front, Sultan yet. Could see it coming, just couldn't get there quick enough. Gets the DRS. These two, league of their own at the moment. We'll come back to them. Obviously, they'll be one of the things. Diablo, I believe, is now the quickest 4 mil in that table. Manic will probably be able to tell me. All of them still within the train, down to Bergen. Bergen making up 4 places. That's what we like to see. Well done. About to lose one here with no DRS, but he's going to be able to get it back, hopefully. But Hilly's having a phenomenal drive. Up into 13th. Gaining 5 places already. He'd be kicking himself about that quali with the pace he's showing. He would have been hoping to stay on the back of the likes of Betten. But being out of DRS here, it's going to be painful for him. Same with the likes of Pork being out of their DRS. It's going to be hurting their races. But got a nice little train all the way down to Morg. Yeah, Hilly's had a cracking start. What do you mean what happened to Pork? He's where he started. Just oh, drama. Early safety car. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I just don't think he's got the pace to keep up with the other two at the moment, Jack, to be honest. Those two are flying at the moment, and they were from lap one. Nothing that we saw happened to Pork. But everyone, just nice big DRS train at the moment. Benton has dropped out of it, so we'll see if Hilly can start to close the gap on Benton. He'd be wanting to. Yeah. But they both seem to be having very similar pace at the moment, which is good. So Joke has managed to get Hilly here. Now, what these two want to do, they want to work together to drag themselves towards Benton, who is well out of DRS touch of the rest of them, rather than fighting in silly places. Just use that DRS, slowly claw him in each lap. That's what they want to be doing. Because Benton's pace without DRS is massively dropped off. But the top 8, all as they were. No changes in the top 8. We have... Is that you? I believe that was him. He is going again. I don't know what happened, but it was on a straight. Doesn't look like he's got any damage, so that's the main thing. Not really much going on here at the moment. Pork seems to be able to keep Big D behind. He's got a healthy gap. Big D's having to worry a bit more right now about Hassan than he is attacking Pork at this moment in time. So we've got Glorious and Reevesky going side by side through there. They keep it tight. Space given by both. Really nice to see. Glorious just making that place on Reevesky. That little bit of battling though, that has cost him the DRS. That could be crucial for all their races now, as we see Prey pick up a 3-second penalty. I am pretty confident that will not be the last one that we see today. I'd imagine Reevesky to be able to get him back on the next DRS straight, so we'll have a look at that. Brashman just creeping outside of that, the DRS of the guys in front. Hirby wanting to keep on the back of them. It looks like they can pull him along. With penalties from the guys in front, anything could happen. Just needs to stay in that DRS. Yeah, as I thought, Reevesky did get him again. Will it be the same again this lap? No, but they have lost out to that DRS to Brash. Brash is now well outside of the DRS of Hassan, so we're gonna see a few little gaps starting to form now. I mean, there already are some, but a few more. This pair in here seem to be close together. I think Diablo's just had a bit of a moment because all of a sudden he's dropped quite a bit of time there. I'm sorry, I missed that Betton had stopped. So his tyres will be nice and fresh. Hopefully hopefully get the pace on the likes of Hilly there, forming a little bit more of a gap, which he will probably need. So Reevski's managed to get a gap to Glorious now. Oh, something's happened. Big D is currently spinning around with no front wing. This is not what Manic would want to see. Something's happened though, and he has dropped down the grid, so he will be coming in for a wing change. And looks like Hassan is coming in. Everyone's coming in. Safety car. I must have missed the message. So, who's going to stay out? This is the worst time for a safety car for all our hard runners. Perfect lap for all of our medium runners. I don't know if there was contact between Hassan, Pork and Big D, so we'll have to see if anything happens in the old steward's room. But this is going to allow Pork back onto the back of the likes of Crumpets and Sultan. So we'll see if these guys will be able to drop Pork as quickly again. Bearing in mind they were already outside of the DRS by the time it opened. So Brash doing well. He's managed to get into fourth. I can only imagine Hassan double stacked somehow. Or he just had a really bad pit. So we've got, who have we got to wait on? We've got Briars and Hughes to catch up to the safety car. So, looking at the other lobby, I'm not sure what's happened, but somehow Jumbo John is up into 6th, 7th, 8th now. As I say that, he's dropping down. And Stomp has managed to lose out. So, not looking good for our team over in Senna. At the moment, bit of a rocky start. And Lemons with a 5-second gap. Shh, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Safety car's going to be in this lap, so we'll sit on board with Hassan Sultan. We'll see when he decides to go. Doesn't want to go too early because it's quite a long time before the safety car actually reaches the pit lane here. So, but Sultan's singing his praises this time round because there is no noodles right now to take him out. Little bit of contact between the pair of them last season. So as he comes around the last corner, when's he going to go? Is he going to drop it now? No, he's dropped it now. Crumpets doesn't get caught napping. He stays with him. Everyone seems to be... Oh, there was that a bit of wing there from Brash. Don't know, I'm getting a bit of a poor angle. Yeah, it was. Looked like he went into the back of Pork there, so Hassan fighting around the outside here. Gets the move done. Brash is... it's going to be hurting Brash a little bit. No end plate there. Further back, we've got Bergen getting past Hilly. Hilly losing out to Magnatex as well, so something's happened to Hilly. He is currently ghosted. Does he need an invite? Did he get disconnected? And I didn't see it. Let's send it one anyway. Just in case. I don't know if he got disconnected or not, to be honest. I didn't see, so just a safety precaution. Yeah, Brash, you could tell that wing's already hurting him. I can't imagine what it's going to be like with the new generation of car. It's got all the active aero all over them. I'd imagine front wing damage would pretty much be you have to pit under the new regs. Bearing in mind that they're going to have moving parts. Little bit of contact there between Morgan and Betten. Let's have a look at the position changes now. Joker picking up a 3-second penalty. He's the third one. So right now, if Manic's in the chat, he can correct me, but I think Betten is actually the highest 4-mil driver at the moment. Glorious getting past Brashman there. Again, it just shows you how important that downforce is. Oh, is he? I didn't know that. Okay, so Morg is having a cracking race then. He's currently P1 of the bottom half of the drivers, so he'll be ecstatic with that. I'm not sure who he drives for, to be honest. I think that's Rumsky's team. So Rumsky's team's looking to do really well here, actually. Going on back here, got Joker, Bergen. Bit of something went off in the background there. I'm not sure what that was. Bit of carnage happening. They're already outside, but this though, Pork has managed to stay with these guys now. Hassan, he's currently racing on his own. Little bit of time trial here. He is quick. Maybe he can put it up in the last few laps of the race, but right now looks like he's just driving by himself. So Pork here showing why he should have been picked. It just shows you how powerful that DRS is. If you stay in DRS, you can stay with drivers. Just look, Hassan's dropped out. He's almost 2 seconds behind him now. Brash still struggling. He's still going backwards. Milan will probably be looking for a move. He's going to have noticed that Brash is struggling with that wing damage there. See if he goes for a move here. I'd imagine he'd be thinking about it. Does get a better exit there. It looks like Brash went really wide. Gonna go for a move down here. No, he's not. He thinks again about it. He sits behind, but you can tell it's coming. He knows. Big D will be looking to pick up some of the pieces as well here. Is Milan going to go for it here? No, not into turn one. He thinks better of it. Just needs to get a better exit here, but it's going to be hard at this point. Don't need to rely so much on that front wing for that corner, so his best chance is going to be at the end of the next straight, I'd say. He knows he can close up through that little sequence of corners. Glorious. Just keeping a healthy gap to Reski. It's going to be hard for him there to make a challenge. It'll be Milan if anyone. It's so close. Looking to close up Big D though. Big D has got an incredible run out of that corner. Milan's going to have to go for the defence. All three of them. Keep in position. One of them's going to have to make a move soon. Pork, I did see him drop outside of the DRS for a brief bit, but he's managed to get his way back in. I've just realised I've left the telemetry up, so I don't want to be giving TP's information about other drivers' ERS. Hassan sitting on his own there. Hilly has rejoined again, down in 20th. Unfortunate for Hilly, because he was having a cracking race, to be fair to him. So that caution sector 3 is doing my nut in, I swear. Honestly. So these three. This is probably one of the closest battles we've got going on at the moment. I get the feeling if Milan can get past Brash here, then Big D will quickly follow behind. Crumpets all over the back of Zoltan. These two have basically been stuck together for this whole race. Can't separate them. Pork just clinging onto the back of him here. I've just invited him. He just joined. I could send him another one, but I'm sure he's just joined. Ah, okay. Hassan picking up a 3-second there. Just in case he disconnects again, because I haven't noticed any disconnects, to be honest with you. So here we are, Crumpet looking again. Thing is, he knows he doesn't want to attack in that DRS zone. Otherwise, it'll come under trouble in the next one. But Zoltan is doing incredibly well here, holding him up. Grant picking up a 3-second, and we missed it. But Brash has lost 2 places to Milan and Big D. I did say if Milan got past Big D, wouldn't be far behind. Hilly gets a 3-second warning, so I'm guessing he is in the game. But he knows he's got all points on the table, so he'll want to be staying in this. So Chris has now moved himself up into first place for the 4 mil drivers. Not sure what happened there, but Morg is going to be under attack from Betten. Betten here, we've got 10 laps to go, and luckily we've still got a couple of fights going on. Betten diving into the pits, he does not want those tyres anymore. Wrong choice, I think, but you know, maybe you know something we don't. Little bit. Milan needs to pick up the pace a bit, try and get into that DRS around here. I think he knew that as well. Did he manage to close up enough to get DRS? Has a little wobble coming out of the corner, so Big D's going to get him here. But he did get that DRS, which is important. Hassan truly dropping off the 3 at the front. Reevski, he's having a good little race as a stand-in. He's one of the drivers who would be very happy it's not raining today. Not much is going on now. We've got Brash going into the pit. He's going to have to get a wing change. Yeah, he is. Putting on a set of mediums. 9 laps. That's probably going to cost him a decent finishing position though. Bergen doing well. Up into 12th. 2 mil. These two fairly close together actually, which, considering Chris was the 4 mil driver, he has a 3 that I could get up all the penalties for you to see. So there have been a lot of naughty boys with track limits today. Yeah, Magnatex is very impressive at the moment. His P2 in the sprint in F2 caught a few people's eyes. Didn't go unnoticed. He's definitely found himself a bit more pace. Grant, he's moved himself up a position. Right now, Bergen's looking good. He can keep this pace. He's going to keep on to 12th, which is good. Brash there. He's going to be very quick at the moment. I just don't know if he's got enough time to get back to where he was. He's got a lot of time to make up, but he is going to be on very fresh mediums compared to aging hards all around, so He should be able to make some inroads. Back up front, Sultan still just holding on to that lead. He's doing everything really well right now. Making it hard for Crumpets to find a way past him. It's what he needs to do. Little bit of a train behind Reevski here, and Big D's managed to catch back up. So we'll stay on board here because I'd like to think that the Big D's got a bit more pace than the two in front of him. Let's see if he can do anything to get back past them, salvaging somewhat of a result for himself. Especially after spinning and losing his wing, getting back up to 5th would be incredible recovery. Obviously helped by the safety car. No, he's looking very quick, to be fair. He's definitely one to watch. Pork is now dropped outside of the DRS of the two in front of him. Kind of expected, but he's done very well to keep up with them for that long. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic with 3rd on the road, though, to be fair. And if he can keep showing some of that pace, he's definitely going to be a contender for picking up a race win this season. If he can keep up with the likes of those two, who we know are very quick. So, positive signs for Pork there. If Big D's going to do anything, he's going to have to make a move soon. We know the two in front of him are quick. Milan is on the back of him as well. Brash still down in 14th. He's just not making the time up that he needs. And look at that. As soon as Pork's outside of that DRS, he's dropping time to those two in front. Hassan's starting to catch him now. That just highlights how strong DRS is. So, new rule season, probably expect to see the pecking order change quite a bit. Will the guys that are quick now, will they still be as quick? See, all you can see is gaps. Just gaps right now. That's why we're sort of staying on board with these guys. This again, glorious. Having a little look-see there. He's going to have to try something different. Twice in 2 laps he's done the same thing, and both time Reevski's not reacted to it. He's going to have to pull something else out of the bag if he wants to get past. Look at that. Hassan's gained a second on Pork as soon as he's lost that DRS. And Pork is really dropped. He's dropped quite a lot of pace. Is he struggling with his tyres right now? It could be. Hilly somehow has managed to claw back almost 30 seconds on the car that's in front, from what I remember seeing. So, showing that he has got some pace. He's going to be absolutely gutted about that disconnect. Oh, not expecting a move there from those two. Did Sultan have a bit of a moment? That's all he needed. Let Crumpets through. Can he reclaim back here? Brashman with another 3 seconds. 9 seconds now for Brash. Sultan has got himself back up. Now, is Crumpets just going to wait for that last lap? They've definitely lost time through their squabbling. Hassan's still gaining on Pork. Showing good signs, Hassan. It's so hard to tell what team's doing well here. Overall, with the whole new point scoring system. Glorious. Oh, that's big. That's big. He just picked up 3 seconds. That's going to cost him. He's going to drop down to 8th with that. So 2 laps left to go. Not much is going on. Betton's just got past Grant. Grant must have had a moment there. Flat rear left. Has he got a puncher, has he? Oh, unlucky Grant. Oh, lad. So last lap. What's Crumpets going to do here? Can he get Zoltan? It's going to have to be a big move here if he's going to. Doesn't look like it. Zoltan managed to keep that clear. I think that was the last chance gone for Crumpet, so he's going to have to settle for second. Yeah. Zoltan crosses the line in first. Crumpet second. Pork in third. Hassan in fourth. Reevski coming round the final corner. They've all stayed in the same places, so Reevski's going to pick up a fifth. Big D recovers to sixth thanks to that pen. Glorious jumps down to 8th. Chris and I, Magnatex, very impressive in P10. Bergen in 11th. Brash managed to get back to 12th before his time penalties kicked in. Betting in 14th. Joker in 15th. Prey hits the wall on the pitch straight. 16th. Brez coming in for 17th. Hughes in 18th. Yeah, so good opening race. One safety car to be expected. I suppose quite happy from what we saw. Not a lot of incidents. Uh, just looking at the other stream, and my driver is currently spinning around, unfortunately. Driver of the day, Bergen. Most overtakes Bergen. We'll take that. Well done, lad. Fastest lap, Brash. Race winner is your Sultan, and your cleanest driver is Briars. Good race, lads. Well done. I'm sure Hilly's got it, but I'll just double check. Everyone finished, so bonus to everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Sorry it wasn't the best comms as always, but at least you had some. Catch you all later. Hopefully you have JT back next week.